Good morning. It's time for another edition of Pre-Market PulseScan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWave home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we place right in your hand each and every trading day. You know what it is, you know how we do it, and we make no, and I mean no issues about it. All right, so the markets have been all over the place this week, primarily because there's so much news coming out right now. The markets don't know which way is up. They don't know. They have no idea. Well, another big blow today was the ugly, disgusting jobless claims that came out, and they were just as whack as expected. All right. So the whackness is out, and now the markets need to digest it. Now, we got slightly worse, but then now we're off of those lows. So the market is starting to move back into more of a bouncing bullish position. The question, though, is how much are we going to get? Is the market discounting the information that was released today, or is it doing something else? That is the question. And we're about to find out, aren't we? All right, so let's go into look at these overnight markets right quickly. Today is going to be super fast because I have something to do. So this will be a brief, very brief pre-market pulse scan, but you know me, you know what I do, you know how I do it. I always make it up to you, don't I? I always bless you with a little sign. So I got you. Don't worry about it. I know you need this. I know you fiending for this hit. I know it. I got you. I'm your market man. I got you. You ain't gotta go nowhere else. I got the good stuff right here. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? With no further ado, these overnight markets, will you? All over the place. Can't decide what they want to do. Totally narrow range, inside trading, sideways, market moving, extended trading range after trading range after trading range, just all over the place, man. So you got your Dow futures down 155, trading at 25,239. You got your Nasdaq trying to hang on to the 10,000 level. It's down 1 3/4 points at 10,009. You got your E-mini S&P 500 down 13 1/4 at 30 35 3/4. You got the Russell My Hustle down 13 points at 1383.40. You got Bitcoin Futures Composite Index down $80 at 92.05. You got oh, we should note this. The 9,000 support was tested in the overnight market for the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. We did get down to 89.85. What did I tell you that the support was at? I told you 9,000. Told you that again last night. Well, guess what? The Futures Composite Index went ahead and tested that support and then bounced 2,220 points. So that should tell you something right then and there. All right. Nat gas is off 4 cents at $1.55. Crude oil off 15 cents at $37.85 a barrel. The long bond is up 20-30 seconds, trading at 178.16. That's 178 and 16-30 seconds. Gold futures off $1.70, trading at 1773.40. And yeah, I'm still holding on to that short because it's not looking right to the upside at the moment. Silver is up 14 cents at $17.81. US dollar index is up 26 pips at 97.41. Euro dollar is off 46 pips at 112.34. Pound sterling is right now up 2 pips at 124.30. The Aussie is up 11 pips at 68.79. Canadian dollar is off 8 pips at 136.26. And the euro yen is off 9 pips at 120.31. The dollar yen is up 20 pips at 107.26. And the kiwi is up 20 pips at 64.29. All right, soybean down 3.25 points at 867.5. Corn off 2.25 points at 322 even, and wheat up a quarter at 481.5. All right, so that is the numbers for the overnight market. Now let's take a look at the overnight news. All right, first of all, they're going to tell you that the markets are doing this because of virus concerns. I'm telling you that it's a lot deeper than that, but we'll have to get into that another time. Wirecard has filed for insolvency after a devastating scandal that saw $2 billion go missing, and its ex-CEO gets arrested. Now, see, that ain't even right. John Corzine stole $1 billion and he never got arrested. But this dude, I guess because it's Germany and because he stole twice as much money, he's being arrested. Very interesting. German fintech group Wirecard AG has filed for insolvency days after its CEO Markus Braun resigned and was arrested in relation to alleged market manipulation and false accounting. The company shares died 75% after its insolvency filing. Wirecard shares crashed in a brutal sell-off on Thursday. Shares were initially halted, but plummeted as soon as trading began. Global stocks wobble as coronavirus cases surge and a harsh dose of COVID-19 reality hits investors. Global stocks were shaky on Thursday as investors weighed the possibility of a rapid rise in the U.S. coronavirus cases, leading to reimposed shutdowns and a bleak economic outlook from the IMF. Goldman CEO David Solomon thinks Wall Street's rally in recent months is overblown and stocks are a little bit ahead of where they should be. Goldman Sachs boss David Solomon thinks Wall Street's recent rally is out of step with reality and markets have risen too quickly from their March slump. Again, they're talking their book. They're heavy in short positions against the stock market. And they're talking to you, trying to convince you longs to get out of their way so that they can beat the market into the sand. That's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Insurance startup Lemonade plans to raise $286 million IPO. Tech-driven insurance startup Lemonade Inc. said on Thursday it was looking to raise up to $286 million in its U.S. initial public offering IPO. All right. Puget CEO says merger with Fiat Chrysler on track. Puget maker PSA's boss Carlos Tavares said on Thursday he was confident the merger of the French car maker and Fiat Chrysler would go ahead as planned and yield synergies of at least 3 to 7 billion euros, 4.2 billion in US dollars. Carnival seeks first leverage loan to shore up liquidity. U.S. cruise line operator Carnival is looking to raise its first leverage loan as it seeks alternative forms of liquidity to aid its business, which has been sunk by the coronavirus pandemic. Google is launching an Apple News rival and has struck deals with publishers to pay for articles. Google announced on Thursday it will be launching a rival to Apple News. Earnings coming in, the Tory Holdings first quarter 2021 earnings are due, and Nike's Q4 2020 earnings are due. Economic data released today, the Fed's Kaplan speech, and U.S. bank stress test info are due. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You got all the goody. which was a whole bunch of nothing, pretty much nothing happening, nothing happening at all. It's boring, and they're trying to find reasons to explain why the market behavior has suddenly shifted. Remember, I told you guys, I warned you guys, I begged you to listen to me. I told you that what you were seeing was the possibility of huge algo shifts entering into the market. You can't, I didn't tell you, I did warn you. All right. As far as the coronavirus cases, the biggest scare right now is behind bars, okay? Out of America's 8 biggest coronavirus outbreaks, let's see, Statistia's Now McCarthy reports that 7 are in jails or correctional facilities. That's according to a list from the New York Times, which shows that the biggest national clusters is in the Marion Correctional Institution in Ohio, which has 2,439 cases as of June 16th of 2020. Another facility in Ohio, the Pickaway Correctional Institution, has 1,791. The third largest cluster was identified in the Truesdale Turner Correctional Center in Hartsville, Tennessee. All right, so that's a lot. That is a lot. You see, we got Blythe in Blythe, California. We got the Chuckawalla Valley State Prison with 1,051, Cook County Jail in Chicago, 1,065, Smithfield Food Pork Processing Facility, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 1,098, the Lompoc Prison Complex in Lompoc, California, 1,107, Harris County Jail in Houston, Texas, 1,283. That's quite a lot. Now, why did they put the Smithfield Foods Pork Processing Facility on there when we're only looking at correctional institutions? Has that place been converted into a jail? Big old question mark goes up on that one. Although, okay, even though prisons account for the largest outbreaks in the U.S., with this within their walls increasing 73% in the past month alone, the vast majority of outbreaks have occurred in U.S. nursing homes and long-term care facilities. The toll on inmates has still been heavy, however, with 600 estimated to have died during the pandemic so far. I gotta tell you, the fact that this is happening in nursing homes and no one is even questioning why and how, let me break it down for you to help lead you in the right direction. I believe that the outbreak is so severe in these facilities is because the majority of elderly people are pushed, if not bullied, into getting flu shots, flu vaccines every year. I believe that it was delivered to them via the flu vaccines that they got. How else can you explain such an explosive rate in nursing care facilities? If people that work there are trained professionals and know how to wear masks and gloves, know how to do sanitary conditions and maintain them because they're made and forced to through OSHA. Just saying, folks. Just saying. I'm just saying. Do the knowledge to it. Do the math to that. Yeah, I see you, John, and Alive and Black and Frank. What up? And V Dub. You make a good point there as far as you said, don't banks have a 0% reserve requirement now? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You know, they do a lot of things in secret because they're trying to prop this up, man. Um, they really are. They're really trying to prop stuff up as much as possible. All right, keep this fictitious thing up and running. And then what they do is they pull the rug out from underneath everyone once they get enough people to drink the Kool-Aid. All right. So yeah, I wouldn't trust anything that they say. All right, not at all. Now they claim that the durable goods order has rebounded, so that's helping them to keep the dream of a V-shaped recovery alive, but just barely. So I don't know because first quarter GDP unchanged at negative 5.1%, but in a final revision, it's showing that corporate profits tumbled 12.3%. All right. Now I don't know, man. I mean, you can say we've been here before, and every time it ends with an epic crash. All right. But just, I mean, if you want to know what's really going on, you look at the big five, right? You look at Amazon, you look at Apple, you look at Microsoft, you look at Facebook, you look at Google. All right. And if you see their shares starting to pull back, all right, then you know what's coming. All right. Just saying. They keep screaming, we're open for business, but I have to tell you, excuse me, I'm seeing more and more and more boarded up businesses. The mom and pops are not the only ones getting hit, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of companies filing for bankruptcy and going away, quietly going away. I'm saying, like I say, more and more businesses shut down, especially in the mom and pops driving around. You see these mini malls looking like ghost towns. All right, just saying. Um, I'm just saying. It's weird. Let's see. They say canned meat is booming as COVID recession crushes consumers. The last time Spam saw a similar pattern in interest was back when the brand started during the Great Depression. So again, telling you that we are in a greater depression, not the Great Depression. We have surpassed the Great Depression in every way. Okay, just saying. Um, there's a lot of war drums beating right now too. It seems like the United States is starting to beef with everybody because the nations of the world are starting to say, you know what, we don't have to allow, America to do the things they've been doing to us. It's time that we push back. So they're starting to do a little something, something about it. Um, excuse me. I just don't see that this can go on for too much longer. That's the thing about bullying. You can bully someone, but so much. Eventually, they're going to get tired of it. They're going to get fed up, and they're going to start fighting back. All right, they're going to start fighting back, and when that happens, then it's like a piling on effect. People see what's going on, and then they start standing up to the bully. Next thing you know, the bully has absolutely no more power because no one's scared of him anymore. They're saying, we are not afraid of you. We are standing up to you. And that's what it is. So then everyone starts doing it. It's sort of like, if you live in the hood or if you ever been, locked up, if you ever been to prison, some jails too, but mostly prison. It's like, when someone tests you, you have to, defend yourself. Failure to defend yourself is saying to the world, hey, it's okay to do this to such and such, so and so. He ain't going to do nothing about it. So then everybody knows they can test you now because you ain't going to do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why that you can't let that go. You can't. Got to stand up, and that's what a lot of countries are starting to do right now. All right. So I'm just saying. People are starting to really wake up and think about things a little bit. But that's all I got time for today. Like I said, I got things to do, places to be. So I'll make it up to you guys. And depending on how the rest of the day go, I may be able to come back and do a part two. All right. But Right now, I got to bounce. So with that being said, y'all know what it is, PulseWaveTrading.com. You go there. We got a lot of great things there for you, a lot of free giveaways, all that good stuff. And you know how we do. You know what it is. So remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Whoa, I see. I didn't see that. Nah, man. I didn't see that. Yeah, so you say state in the NE Institute mandatory quarantine of people traveling from the South. I've heard similar stories like that. What's that, VW? Did you know Robinhood is testing doing fractional trading? No, I did not know that, but I did tell you guys that that was coming, man. I told you we're entering into the kryptonization of everything. They got to move those decimals 9 places to the right. Okay. Anyone know if prison systems require flu shots and every other vaccine available? You would definitely have a control group to elevate your statistical numbers. All right, let me think for a second. I don't think that it's mandatory. I do not think that it is mandatory. No, I don't. I don't think it's mandatory. Because in that case, then they could force you to take medication. No, no, it's not, because I remember um, those of you who don't know, I had a brief stint working in law enforcement, and nah, because there were dudes there that should have 100% been on medication, but they refused to take medication. And then there were people there who wanted to take medication and they couldn't take the medication because of what or whatever. So nah, it's not even on that time right now. Nah, they didn't force them to do it. They didn't. But they could though. They could though. You know what I'm saying? They could. So that's the weird thing about it. They don't have to reveal anything to the public per se. They can just go and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know? So that's just FYI for you guys who don't know. They can definitely do whatever they want. They don't have to get anybody's approval because they got the state in their back pocket. So yeah, just FYI on that one. Yeah, but you guys bring up a lot of good points, and maybe we'll have to deal with this in part 2. All right. So I'll see you guys. Be blessed, be encouraged, and I'll holla back. Peace.